Hello and welcome to the FUT Unofficial Podcast with me, Jamie, and
me, Callum.
Excellent, Callum. That was good. The pause wasn't quite as long this time. You're getting there. You're getting there. So this week we're going to start talking about SBC value. So everyone knows the Icon SBC is out, and we've got some banging cards available. And the price of the SBC is about 140k, so it's not too bad. So Callum, you had some thoughts on this, didn't you? Some players you wanted to look at.
Yes, I just made a note of a couple of players. Me personally, I think if you've got the fodder there, do it. If the players that are in the pool, it's whether you want the icon in your team or not. Mainly, that's what it is. Some people just want them in the team for the sake of having one in the team. But I put a note of some of the players. So these are just of note players. So you've got Roberto Carlos. You've got 430k around there if you just pay for him outright. He is a control player, can't be made lengthy. But it's Roberto Carlos. He's still going to be a good card. He always is. You got Wayne Rooney, baby Rooney, about 490k. These are if you buy him outright. So 490k. He can be lengthy if you put an architect on him.
Okay, just to interject there, those two cards I've made a note. Yeah, again, they are over the 400, over the 400k mark. So if you get those, you definitely win there. Definite win.
Well,
so carry on.
You got Rude Hullet. Now, previous FIFAs, Baby Hullet, it wasn't as good as the other Hullet cards.
I think he's got a 3-star weak foot.
So, yeah, well, with the new accelerate system, with the lengthy, I think he could be usable. I think he's going to be a hell of a lot better than majority of cards that are out there.
His price reflects that.
Yeah, I mean, a foot bid. I've got it down at 890k as of about 10 minutes ago. But stick an anchor on him, and he's lengthy. So, you've got Zambrotta, another card, 490k again, lengthy with an architect. The big one out of the bunch would be Patrick Vieira.
Yeah,
he's over a mil.
Yeah,
and it's Vieira. So, yeah, if you get him, you're winning.
Yeah. And
then just a couple of others. I've got SEN. Obviously, he's got an SBC out. Now, if you do the SBC, that's 450k. So he's 510 if you buy him outright. So if you can pull him out of 150k SBC, again, it's a no-brainer. But it's risk and reward, isn't it? It's whether you want to risk it. Then they've got Rio Ferdinand, probably the best defender that you can get out of them. And then another one which I've seen quite a lot of actually, Zola.
Yeah.
He's an explosive player, but I think it's his dribbling. It's a bit like Messi. This FIFA. I think he'll be quite like him. But yeah, he's 500k if you buy him outright. So
yeah, my friend packed him because he messaged me to do it. Yeah, my friend Jacko. He's a bit of a myth. Everyone's got a friend of a friend who reckons he plays the game, but no one ever sees him on it. No, he got him. He messaged me, but like as you know, I didn't do the SBC.
Yeah,
I don't do it. Yeah, I'm.
I wasn't going to do it, and then last night everyone was doing it, and I thought I'm going to do it.
Peer pressure. Proud to peer pressure.
Well, a minute. Yeah, well, it cost me nothing, and I got Gattuso, and I've used him for last night and this morning, and it's a good card. It is a good card. He's lengthy. Yeah. I think he's around 200k if you buy him, but yeah, he's all round good card.
See, ordinarily I wouldn't touch these SBCs with barge pole, but with the new system, like the accelerate system, the lengthy and whatnot, it has given rise to cards you wouldn't think are good. So it's the only reason why I think, for me personally, I think they are worth a go, because obviously out of the around 50 cards available, we've just pulled out about 10.
Yeah.
Now, they're not great odds. However, and obviously the better the card, the less often it will be packed.
Yeah.
However, that new system, as you're saying, you're playing with a Gattuso card, it's actually decent, whereas before you would have been doggers. He wouldn't have been worth touching.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely. This whole system brings a rise with new cards. It could be worth a go, but not for me. I'm staying away. But I appreciate those who go for it and get a win. Because obviously Bouch got Nedved, didn't he? So
Yeah.
And I've used him in previous FIFAs. I don't know what he's like in this one. Good little card.
5-star,
star skills.
like I said at the start, if you've got the fodder,
Yeah,
and you've got nothing else to do, so say you've done some of the SBCs, you're quite happy with what you've got, but you've not really got anything to put your coins into. If they're there, if the cards are there, it's
yeah,
worth a shout.
yeah, definitely. Definitely, which brings us on nicely to SBC value in general. Now, 140k for that. There's not many that are under that value. So,
No.
yeah, okay, it is a lottery. Whether you get one or not, traditionally, I'm a loser in these, so I stay away from them. But again, it's not bad value. We've been talking SBC value in general. Actually, we think it's good this year. Been a lot of good cards this year.
Yeah.
Decent prices. Now, some people are moaning about the price of Rashford. I think people need a bit of perspective check. Rashford's player of the month was 150k.
Yeah.
I didn't think that was bad. I know he's only an 84, but I didn't think that was bad value. But there's been loads of good quality SBCs, like Thiago Silva was only 150k.
Hey, up, we've gone.
That's all right, don't worry. We'll carry on. But yeah, so I don't think it's bad. Tellez, 140. You got to think some of these prices at the minute are inflated because of the Icon SBCs out. Falcao, he can be, I think you said he can be lengthy, can't he? 50k?
Yeah, Falcao. I mean, the only downside to Falcao is the freestyle weak foot. But aside from that, I've played against him a few times, and he's a bit of a nuisance. But yeah, 50k.
Yeah. I mean,
You know,
in previous FIFAs, he would have been a lot more than that. But you got to think freestyle weak foot. Haaland, everyone uses him. Freestyle weak foot, no one's got an issue. So
yeah,
varies. I mean, there's João Mario, 43k. There's the Bundesliga player of the month. I've not looked at a card enough. 25k.
no,
I know it's quite a low, but dynamic duos, 30 and 15k. And Dan Juma, 45k. There's loads of good ones there. Now, Alaba's the interesting one because at the minute he's sitting around 385k. Now, this is the one I'm doing, and I'm going to do him and Valverde. But I'm not jumping in too hard because I want fodder to do it. And I've done the part, and I can do 2 squads so far. Obviously, rewards Thursday I'm holding out for, and I'm spamming the 78 packs, 78 packs to try to get us. But
again, just that in general though, the 78 plus. That, I mean, six common gold cards.
Yeah,
and it's still good.
Yeah. I've had some decent pulls. I've had nothing over an 86, but all these things add up. So,
oh my god, that's a man.
It's all right. It only switches to you when you make a noise. So occasionally it's just going to see a picture of the desk face down. Yeah. So these 2 cards, I think they're good cards. Now I was talking to a friend and he was saying, why would you get Alaba when you've got Rudiger for 100k? I don't intend to pay that for him. I'm going to put fodder in, and he's a better card than Rudiger. Rudiger's like, for example, his I think his balance is really low. I mean, we're in a game of FIFA where we've been used to SBCs being 700-800k. This is half the price. What are people moaning about? It's a good little card. So yeah, I'm jumping in on that. Both of those are my intention to get him in the team. But as you know, I'm tight. So really tight.
Yeah, I get really my coins and that's it. I'm like, yep, doing him. Sell him. Do someone else.
I spent 80k doing 2 SBCs and it nearly killed me. That's why I'm sat on 1.2 million. So I mean, I'm tight. I'm disgustingly tight. But no, those 2 definitely they seem good value. So I'm going to go for them. So team of the week, we're waiting confirmation for.
Yeah, we've got a prediction of it. You sent me that thing, didn't you?
Yeah.
We've got a couple of the players that are these are just predictions. Obviously, it's not been confirmed yet. But so they're predicting Kepa, which will be around 83 rated. Joe Gomez, 84 rated. Tony Cruz, 89 rated. Barella, 87 rated. Leroy Sané, 86 rated. And I wrote him down because I used him loads last FIFA. Jonathan David, he might be getting one. So could be the re-emergence.
Yeah, well, he had the team of the year nominee card, didn't he? And it was the card, 5-star weak foot. But no, I think the 2 cards that stand out for me there is Sané, Barella.
Yeah, Barella looks like that could be a good card.
Yeah,
so, Tony Cruz's rating always looks good, but the rating the rating doesn't reflect the card, the game, the player on the game, because he's passing everything. We all know his passing and shooting's good, but he's just so slow. He's like a dumper truck. It's just
Is he
not
a
usable.
lengthy card? Is he lengthy now, Cruz?
I couldn't tell you unless you could check.
I'm looking now. I'm looking now. He's controlled, so best one would be an architect to see if it goes lengthy, and if not, he's not. Is he worth touching? He goes lengthy.
Does he?
He goes lengthy, so it could be worth a look. I mean, his
Yeah.
pass will be 95, shooting 81, physical. So yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, wait. I mean, his pace is like 50. Is it like 50 in the 50s on his standard card?
53. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to be. I mean, at best, it's going in the 60s, and if it does, then maybe it could be usable because Casemiro's he's got low pace and
Yeah.
he's a good card. So yeah, possibly if it's lengthy.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I use Casemiro at the minute, but he may get thrown into an SBC. Anything to bring the price down. So I've liked him, but I'm trying to upgrade that midfield at the moment.
Yeah,
so that's really
he went from mine a couple of weeks back to Casemiro, but he was good. He was still a good card. Yeah, still good.
Yeah, so team of the week, not very exciting this week. So
No.
talk about team of the week. Let's talk about my rewards last week. Now, I got over the precious 11 line, which again is I find disgusting.
Yeah.
But my Reds, probably the worst Reds I've ever seen.
That's a lot of
So some good cards in there that I was after. Particularly wanted Cancelo. I really wanted him. I would have been happy with Mason Mount. Okay. I got an 83, an 82, and an 81. And they were awful, horrendous cards. Yeah.
Is this from your red picks?
Yeah, from my red picks. So I don't know if you can see on screen.
Yeah.
Not
what you want.
No. Honestly, it's like, what have I bothered for?
I kept getting. I don't know about anyone else, but I kept getting Martinelli every time. Of all my picks, it was Martinelli.
I would have taken a Martinelli over that crap. I did get Martinelli in my tradable pack, so that's 11k. Wonderful.
Yeah.
So touching on that, I mean, I'm looking forward to this weekend now. Not now. Moving on, let's talk about the friendlies. Now, there's weekly friendlies at the moment. I can't remember what it's called. I meant to check. I've not looked, but it's the one where you've got 10 games weekly, and you get an 83 plus card if you win 7 of them.
Yeah,
I think it's a misstep. Now, it's good that they come out regularly, and there's a couple of other players in there, but 7 wins for an 83 plus. What's going on?
Yeah, it's not. I mean, we just talked about the SBC value, which has been great, but I don't think that's good at all. I think it's for time spent for reward. I just don't think it's worth doing for an 83 plus.
Well, it's sweaty as well because you need 7 wins. So you've got people who, they're wasting time. They're quitting at 1-1. It's an 83 plus card. So essentially, it's an 83 card. It's doing my nutting. So I'm not even looking at it this week. I saw it come out for now. I'm going to ignore that.
Yeah.
I don't mind Silver Stars because Silver Stars, you've got a team of the week that you can throw in something later. So I don't mind doing that, and it's 3 games. So 3 wins you need. So it's not too bad. So we've had the patch now. We thought we had it last week. Everyone thought we had it last week. No wonder it felt the same. It's because it hadn't come out. The patch now. I didn't realise I was playing current gen. I thought I was playing old gen. So, and it confused me why a certain screen came up. And the only reason I realised is because I went to send someone an invite for a co-op game. So I actually quite like it. It's not perfect. Yeah. I quite like it.
Yeah, obviously, I've not played the old gen version. I've only played the new gen, and you can definitely tell the difference. If you play it, obviously, if you just play the 1 or 2 games, you probably won't tell the difference. But a lot of things. I was playing some guy yesterday, and all he was doing was outside of the FUT shots, and they weren't working.
Good.
And I was expecting them to go in. It's the flight of the ball in the air into the corner. I thought this is going in. The keeper saved it. I thought, oh, maybe it's just a one-off, but no, they've definitely done something with that, and with the keepers in general.
I believe the patch notes they were making the keeper be position themselves better on their line, which I believe would take out the outside the foot shot from distance.
Yeah,
ahead anyway, and I think they were slowing the speed of the dive in the box.
right.
They were making impossible saves.
Yeah,
similar to the start of last FIFA. If you remember, you couldn't score a sweaty, but you could score from outside the box from anywhere. So
yeah, that's it.
Much, very much felt the same way. So yeah, overall, good patch. I quite like it.
The passing.
Yeah,
the passing seems to be a bit better. You still have the odd one, which is just like a P roller, but
yeah.
Apart from that, it seems to be all right.
Yeah, I do have the odd game. I think it tends to be servers though, and when it is, it's painfully slow. You can't move the ball out of the feet quick enough. So just best to avoid those games with low connection, I guess. But it was pretty good. Interestingly, I was just scrolling back from my notes, and something shot out at me that I saw scrawled on the page in my untidy handwriting. So I was talking about in podcast 2 about how the AI defending versus the AI attack wasn't balanced last FIFA.
Right.
So if you remember it was very heavy on AI attacking.
Yeah.
Really good runs all the time. Very difficult because, you could just knock a ball behind a defender quite easily. And it needed balance. I think we got balance now. I don't know if I like it. I mean, it's careful what you wish for. It's better now. It is better now. But but it wasn't. It seemed they'd gone too far the other way. So, like the defenders move. Even now, I feel attackers don't move as quickly as they should, especially those explosive players. We discussed that last week. Especially when you get the ball out your feet to get the shot away or to get running, and defenders can just move around like you wouldn't believe and get there. That's still frustrating, but it's better than it was. So I just thought it was an interesting point that I'd I touched upon before. And then
with the defending, I find that now, you have got to move your players around a lot more. But if you position your players correctly, then you seem to be all right. But with the attacking, when you said then about the runs with the attacking, I feel like you've got to trigger a lot more runs. You've got to call a player towards you.
Yeah,
I never really used to do that. Whereas this FIFA, I do it a lot more now. I call the player to me, which does help a lot.
Yeah, I can't even remember how to do it because I don't use it. Using it right bumper instead of left bumper.
Yeah, that's it. It's your right bumper.
Yeah. But it's certainly an interesting one. Our trends across FIFA. Careful what you wish for, but I feel there's a better balance to the game now. I've been less frustrated with it. However, I've not played weekend league yet, so who knows?
Yeah,
could be back in that dog bed punching it again by
roll on Friday.
Yeah, by 2:00 on Friday. So because I have to get my weekend league done this week because I'm busy over the weekend.
I always just get it done anyway. I just get it out of my sight and then.
Well, we'll see how that goes. So this promo, it's not been a particularly exciting promo, I don't feel. There's been a couple of good cards in there. I know you've got some notes on a couple of cards. So the ones that I've looked at, PK, everyone was a bit mad about, but he's got medium defense, high attack. Just over 200k, so it's a good price, but it depends on if you want an attacking defender. Phillips fills a hole because the Premier League was lacking at the CDM role. And not a bad looking card. I think he's about 90k. He looks decent. And then for me, Ronaldo, 1.7 million. I've just written lol.
I mean, it's not even that big of an increase on his current card, but
no,
it's not like PK. I mean, PK's his pace on his card alone has shot up massively on the rule breakers. I think that's why everybody was going on about him, because he is a lengthy defender that has good stats, but he was just lacking in the pace area. Whereas now, because they boosted that up so much, I think that's why everyone was raving about him. But I've not really seen him much. But a couple of players I've got down. I've got I've got Wilfred Zaha. He's really good, really good. Edin Dzeko, I've seen a fair few people using Edin Dzeko. He reminds me of like a Harry Kane Lewandowski card because he's just that same type of build.
I just want to say about that card, Jordan's got it, so therefore instantly makes it a bad card.
All right, yeah.
Just on being petty. Instantly a bad card. Yeah, carry on. Carry on.
Fekia's base card alone was good. So, it's going to be good, but
he's a FIFA favourite.
Yeah. You've got Jesus Navas. He seems to be in, I'd say, every 2 out of 3 games I play, or I have played last night and this morning. Everyone seems to have him.
I'd say he's a hole filler, isn't he? Like Tellez on the other side, the positions that needed filling in the league.
Yeah.
Similar to Phillips in that regard, but yeah, good little card.
But yeah, the promo as a whole, it's good to have a promo, but it's not exactly been something that there's no cards that you're like, I must have that card barring Ronaldo, and the chances of getting him are very slim. So it's one of them, and it's not like it's a pool full of players where you take your pick, they're all great. It's just sort of, there is a few good ones, but the majority of them are either fodder or you just can, you can stick them in an SBC or sell them.
Yeah, I think all of our mates have packed the Polish right back or left back. I can't remember what he is. Everyone's been talking about packing him.
I can't remember his name.
I can't remember his name. You just say, pack that Polish left back or right back. Yeah, so we had a lot of that. But that's a standard promo card you get, isn't it? The lowest one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then lastly, you've got an insight into the next promo.
I've had some leaked information. Yeah,
leaked information. All right, and CSI. No, not CSI. CIA. Come on, what you got for us?
So CSI. So there's been, obviously you get the data miners and people like that in the game. They found a new promo which is coming out, which is called Out of Position. So from the stuff that they found and what they can gather, it's going to be similar to the Shapeshifters promotion from last year.
Yeah,
it is what it says on the box. It's players out of position. What I think they might do, which could be interesting, the prime example is Messi. So Messi can play left mid and left wing, but he can't play striker or centre forward. I think I'm right in saying that.
I'll check now.
Yeah, I think I'm right in saying that. I think he just plays left mid and left wing. Right mid and right wing, sorry, not left mid.
Yeah, right wing and right mid. Yeah, that is it.
Yeah, so obviously he's a number 10 in real life. So that could be, we could see that type of thing, where they're changing players like that to a centre forward and striker rather than a left wing and left mid. You could see cards that, or it could go the other spectrum. You could see strikers playing centre back. It could be crazy changes like that. But I think I hope that they do that with some of the cards. Example, Messi. I hope that they change the left wing, left mid to centre forward striker, or you got like centre mids, cam, CDM to striker, centre forward. Things like that. Yeah. Rather than just a left mid being a left back or a right back being a centre back. Yeah, that's good, but at the same time, they should at least change some of the players, like the Messi card, for example. They should at least be doing things like that, because that just it freshens up your team a little bit. It's a different. You can put someone else on the right mid. Then you got someone else up front. Things like that. But yeah, that's what's been leaked, out of position. That's pretty much the information that I've got on that. But yeah, it looks like that's the next promo.
Well, yeah, I mean it's good, but the trouble is you've just mentioned Messi, and I think I've seen a screenshot of Neymar. Again, these are players you're going to be looking over a mil.
Well, I don't think Messi was just an example. I don't think we'll get a Messi just because he's one player of the month. So because he's one player of the month, obviously we're going to be seeing him coming out in an SBC. They can't do that to us, surely. They can't bring a Messi SBC plus a promo Messi.
I don't know. I mean, it's an interesting one, actually, the player of the month, because that's one point where the value could fall down. Someone like Messi. I know previous years he's been a couple of mil, so if he comes out, Ronaldo last FIFA was a couple of mil, first player of the month.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what this Messi could be, but hopefully. It's
But
affordable.
again with the player of the month, are we going to see player of the month cards change position as well? Because if he's been playing as a number 10 and got player of the month, are they going to bring a centre forward striker version of that card out as a player of the month rather than a right mid, right wing? I
That's
don't know.
interesting. No, that is interesting. Hopefully, because that'd be really interesting to do that. I suppose. And lastly, Benzema winning the Ballon d'Or, so that's got to have big implications for further down the line.
I've always thought that, with the Ballon d'Or, I thought they should do something. Like, obviously, Courtois won the goalkeeper of the year. Does he not get recognised for that? He was brilliant in the Champions League, and especially in the final. I've always thought they should maybe do something for the Ballon d'Or, but I think because it's not, does it come down to licensing at the end of the day? Because it's FIFA, yeah, it could, I don't know, but yeah, maybe we might see something for Benzema.
No, but if not, I mean, because the Benzema card's already broken. But if not, it's definitely one for Team of the Year, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But there's a few. Well, I think Haaland's got to be a nominee minimum. So yeah, it's an interesting year. I think it could be an interesting year for cards. But all right, then, mate. Well, it's been good talking. We'll reconvene next week. See what comes out. We can talk about how painful the weekend league was.
Yeah. Hopefully we get a better team of the week, and hopefully we get better rewards.
Do you know what? Well, the reward side of it, I did get Mendy left back in a pack, so it was 100k. But I've got better reds than that. That's all right.
I didn't make a lot. I can't even remember what I got other than Martinelli.
I think you got 4 wins though, didn't you? So you were proper crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 wins. All right, mate.
All right.
I'll leave you with that. I'll see you later.
See you later, Rob. Bye.
Bye.